with that in mind, I don't think there's going to be a letdown at all because we want to be able to get into the postseason play. And so we have to play at a high level. And then once we're able to do that, we don't want to just say, let's say we do it this weekend. We don't say, forget the Patriots, forget the Jets. You don't want to limp into the playoffs. So you definitely want to be able to pick this thing up and go into the playoffs strong. And so it all starts this week with Pittsburgh.
Lorenzo, what do you do on Sunday with so much time so you make sure that you're still ready to play at that time? You don't get overworked throughout the day, but you don't want to get too much rest.
Yeah, I've kind of been talking to Will Greenberg, who's one of our athletic trainers here, and just trying to come up with a plan for guys and overall. And some of the things that I've done in the past that have really worked is just really get up, obviously eat breakfast early, but then do like a little light workout just to kind of get things activated so you're not just sitting around and getting stiff all day, especially this late in the year. I think by doing that little bit of activation has really helped some teams that I've played on in the past, especially traveling and then playing a late night game, just so you don't have the angst of sitting in the room all day.
How much do you guys enjoy this opportunity? Because, it's a national TV game like you had on Thanksgiving, but this one you got to earn. It's not just scheduled for you.
I don't know if we ever really thought about that at all. Obviously we're playing well, and so the NFL wants to showcase premier teams, and it's cool to be in that position. But now we have to continue to earn the right to be put on TV, and obviously it's a big chance for us to showcase ourselves again and then ultimately earn a playoff berth.
I know it's a little different than Denver, but it's kind of similar when Allen was playing, Brandon Allen. You got a little more film on Doug. What have you seen? What are the challenges of not having that full body role?
Yeah, he does some things well as far as moving around in the pocket, extending some plays. He's converted some big-time third down conversions for them and putting them in some third down in shorts as well on second and long. He's also not afraid to throw the ball up either. And so he's done a great job of giving his receivers the opportunity to catch the ball, and really with those big plays has put his teams in a position to score points and ultimately win games.
What's it mean to be building what you're trying to build here and have this chance to clinch a playoff spot second week of December?
Yeah, it's great. It's not too many times that you have an opportunity to make the playoffs, with 3 weeks left. A lot of times, even the last time we were here, it came down to us winning in Miami the last game and still needed some help. And so anytime you have this opportunity, you don't really want to take it for granted. You want to take a hold of it and grab it and really try to achieve it as soon as possible, because I've seen some crazy things where a team is supposed to go and they find their way out of it because they kind of relax and think they have 3 games. And so while we have these opportunities, we're going to obviously go out and give our best shot and hopefully be able to close out a playoff berth this weekend.
Does it hurt you guys can't play the disrespect card anymore, that you guys are finally getting respect?
No, because we never played that card in the first place. We always had confidence in the guys in this room. We saw what we've built over the last 3 years, and so with the talent and the way we prepare and the way we focus with the coaching as well as the players, we've always felt that we can compete with anybody. And so that the underdog card or the disrespect card has really been more of a spin on just the Buffalo Bills this season, just from the outside.
And to that point, how much have you seen this team under Sean grow and develop the mindset of expecting to win that he tried to institute when he got here?
Well, it's huge because before Sean got here, it was a culture of losing. It hadn't been in the playoffs in 17 years, and so you have to intentionally and methodically kind of change that concept of, here it goes again, or we expect to lose, and it takes time. Obviously we've made the playoffs our first year, but really being able to sustain that, I think that's where a place that they've really developed with bringing in, obviously, free agents that mimic the culture they want to build, drafting guys that as well, and then having really 3 years of just constantly forming us in his vision as far as what he does in team meetings, things that he breaks down, things that he emphasizes, and really that's become the foundation of this organization. And so obviously, if we're able to obtain a playoff berth this year, we want to be able to carry that on and establish and become one of those teams that you think of, like, you think about Pittsburgh or you think about the Ravens or the Patriots, or those teams are in the playoffs every single year, and that's what we're really trying to develop.
I think as long as we keep that 1-0 mindset that Sean and Dave's and, all the coaches talk about every week, it allows you to be dialed in and focused on the task at hand. Instead of, looking at overall schedule, looking at your record, if you just stay to that 1-0 mindset, grind every week, and then you count them up at the end. And, I think that's a testament to the fact that we've been able to reset after each of our losses. We haven't harped on it. We haven't sat around and sulked about it for 5 days, and let it steal our energy going into our next opponent. So, we didn't pull it off Sunday against the Ravens. We did a lot of great things. I think we're growing as a football team. There's not many guys in this locker room that aren't just the absolute true professional. It's a fun group to be around. I wouldn't want to be on any other team right now playing football in December, right? We're playing games that matter in December, and there's a reason for that. And, I didn't know that we hadn't lost 2 in a row, but the fact that we haven't, I think, is a testament to the fact that we do have that 1-0 mindset each week, and we don't let losses get us down or ruin our mood or steal our joy. We love working with each other. We got a great group of coaches, great group of dudes, so it's just time to get back to work after those losses.
You're a physical guy. Was that one of the more physical games you have played in a while last week?
You got to give credit where credit's due, right? You look at the Baltimore Ravens, the Pittsburgh Steelers. There's certain teams in this league that have played a physical brand of ball for a long time, and you got to give them credit for that. Whether it's Harbaugh and Tomlin, or whether it's the organization and management, there's a reason those teams always have a reputation of being tough and physical and playing the game the right way. So, I think both these games this week and last week are against 2 football teams. That happen to be in the same division, that have played the game the right way physically for a long time. And yes, it sure was physical. We had a little jog through today for that reason. Sean took care of us. So, guys got to get their bodies right. It's December. Nobody feels great. All of us are beat up this time of year. But we've been very fortunate with our training staff and our strength coaches and Sean and, the leadership around here. Knock on wood, we've been a really healthy football team this year. And we've been very detailed and intentional on making sure this football team is as healthy as possible this time of year and ready to play these games that matter.
Lee, is there peace of mind in knowing that you guys can control your own fate?
Absolutely, man. I've been doing this for a good number of years, and I went to the playoffs once in Oakland, and I was on IR. So I've played in 0 playoff games and more than 100 football games in this league as a player. So the fact that I think somebody told me today we win this one we're in. I don't know if that's actually true or not. I just know that we're trying to go 1-0 against the Pittsburgh Steelers, and if that results in us locking in a playoff spot, with 2 games left in the season, that's a pretty dang good feeling that is rare, and it's not something that you get to enjoy every year in this business. It's not anything that I've enjoyed on a regular basis by any means throughout my career, the first time I was here and then in Oakland. So sure, man, we'd be lying if we didn't tell you. We work our tails off year round to be able to play games in December that matter. Basketball, baseball, those guys get to play more than they practice. We only get 16 of these opportunities guaranteed, and the fact that we've won a lot more of them than we've lost this year is a testament to the men in this locker room and the leadership in this organization. And it's absolutely a great feeling and an awesome deal that we kind of control playing games in January, which is awesome.
You've been a part of some lean years here with this franchise. Have you thought about what that feeling will be to make the postseason as a member of this team, considering the history that you have here?
Hey, I love this place. Me and my wife love this place. There's a reason I came back to play for the Buffalo Bills again. It's just a special organization. It's a special place. And once I called the Kyle Williams of the world and people I trusted that had been here since I left, just the things they said about the men in this locker room and the coaches in this building. It's just a special place to be right now. And then you add the winning on top of it and the way our quarterback's playing right now, it's a fun place to be.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say it's just it's a fun place to be. I definitely kind of went through those grinder years, I guess. And now that, like you said, we kind of control our own fate here. We're trying to go 1-0 against a great football team that's playing good football right now. So it's a fun time to be a Bill, to say the least. And it makes it even more fun that I'm with the group of men I'm with every day.
It's never a week where you don't think it's tough. And, they definitely blitzed a high percentage of the time, but we knew that they were a team that liked to do that, and they came out and executed very well. And for us, it's just learning from that and making sure that doesn't happen again, or at least fix some of the stuff. So
the results weren't good but their defense,
for sure,
is so dominant. But I thought you handled stunts in the middle. There were some it was not like a jailbreak city, really.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I think there's definitely some good parts of the game, but you can't let that cloud the fact that there's a lot to work on. And it's always easier to find excuses outside of yourself for things that go awry, but you got to look, and every guy looks internally, and I know there's a lot that I can work on and learn from, and We have a very tough schedule continuing these next 3 weeks, and we'll have to learn and we'll have to grow as a team.
You had the one where Josh tripped on your foot and fell down, and that was a sack. I mean, do you say that's one of those things, or?
It's a sack's a sack, and if you trip him, there's a reason why you're back there. So, it sucks, but it's something I'm not worried about winning games and not getting my guy hit rather than how many sacks I get up in the season. So, you don't want it to happen, but it does happen.
Mitch, what do you have to do differently on Sunday? Because there's 7 hours different from playing from 1 o'clock versus 8 o'clock, body-wise, mentally-wise.
Understand that your pregame routine's going to change or be pushed back a bit, and you talk to coaches and you go accordingly, and understand that there's going to be a lot of time. Don't play the game before the game, and go out and compete.
Just the fact it's on the road against a blitz like that, how much harder does that make it?
It's tough. It's always tough to play on the road, and especially prime time, and because you know that's going to bring it. And, for us, it's just sticking what we know works and go from there.
What makes their front so good? They're getting to the quarterback pretty well. A lot of takeaways on defense. Why are they so good?
Just a very talented group that's coached well and extreme effort. And for us, it'll be matching that effort and intensity.